Lou. I'm gonna have to be careful of that pig. Come on, I'm about to get out. Alright. Did we even have anything on our to-do list besides waiting for the wine? I think that might be the last thing as of right now. Like beyond that, I'm just like farming XP for that, whatever that thing was, the pedestals, you know the one. Yeah, whatever. Let's see if there's a one-day quest to do. Take up our time. Man. (91 through 119). My day was fine today. I'm a little tired right now, if you can't tell. I made this new recipe for just some little chicken taquitos. I gotta say, I really hate this one specific aspect of being bilingual, which is that I am perfectly capable of pronouncing all the Spanish words correctly, due to the fact that I speak the language. But then I'm speaking English, I come across a Hispanic word, and I think to myself, when I speak Spanish, I speak it with an accent, such as the convention. No voy a hablar español como gringo, si no lo tengo que hacer, porque a nadie le gusta como suena esto. But because of that, it's just like, what the fuck do I do? Do I want to just be one of those people that says like the one Spanish word in the sentence with a little accent, or do I want to sound like a dumb little whitey? And it's like, it's just a lose-lose situation. You get me? This comes up the most often with country names. I don't know what to do with country names. Take do I wanna be a white guy and say Cuba, or do I want to just throw in a Cuba into the middle of the sentence? Man, Probus might have known that guy for all I know. Could have been his buddy. Why aren't there no goddamn squid kids? I feel like if I came into the mines not searching for squid kids, there'd be like nothing but squid kids. I bet you accepting that quest decreases the squid kid spawn rate. Not even going to be a squid kid at the end of this. My one solace is that this is like the one time I can use combat and mining XP, and it's actually good to be farming it. I wish I could like check just from here. Oh, I can do that. Wait, let's see if that number changes. It previously ended in a 2. Hey, look at that. Man. Which one is that again? What, the mastery thing? Oh, squid kids. They're the ones that are just like a red ball. They're just like a face, like a red ball. That's just a face. With a face on it. I mean, you know? It's been a while since I played too. I looked that up. Because I also forgot. Houseplant. What was it doing here? Nothing. Great, now it's the boss gauntlet room or whatever. Willikers. Alright, if there's not a squid kid somewhere around here, I give up. I still will kill everything before I leave. What the fuck was it? Hey, what was that? Okay, fine, I'll do one more. I really want the house plant. wonder if I'll ever try to make my farm look a little swankier. Instead of still having everything being built on the bones of when I was a beginner and completely winging it. Really stupid. How's school going? My calculus grade has tanked, unfortunately. For me, I define tanked as having less than a B, if you're curious, and I have a C in that class right now for the fourth quarter. Of course, I still have a B overall for my final grade, but still it stings. Yeah, because I did horrible on our latest test. Got a 59, which is a personal record for worst grade on anything ever throughout high school for me. Never gotten that low of a score outside of just forgetting to do something and getting a 0. Remind me. I mean, I could work towards dried blackberries probably. Maybe I could occupy my time with that. But yeah, I have all A's and B's as my overall grades, and I'm feeling okay in regards to the AP exams coming up. And after I graduate, I'm going straight to university in the fall. Got into my school's honors college, which puts me in the top 3% of a couple thousand students. Not to brag or anything. Just thought I'd mention it. Wait, let's look this up. Dried blackberries, Stardew Valley. Dehydrator, Stardew Valley. Oh. It's that thing right there. Do I have 5 blackberries? Oh, that was easy. Any hoozle. So then I'm gonna major in biology and minor in chemistry probably. And there are like 8 different tracks I could go in terms of getting an accelerated master's degree. I plan on doing one of those little 4+1 tracks where you tack on an extra year of classes and you get your master's as well as your bachelor's. A lot of stuff I could do from there. Could branch to exercise science, which intrigues me. I could do biomedical engineering if I so desired, which wouldn't be a bad route for me because I am at taking the highest level of calculus offered by my school, and I'm at least currently looking at an 85 as my final grade, so clearly I'm decent at that. Wouldn't it be kind of funny if I just went on a pre-dental track and then went and became a dentist? Just me personally, I just think it would be kind of funny. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. I went on a tour of my college. Will my dream job be? That's a good question, man. Been thinking about that one myself. Frankly, the issue of return on investment aside, I might say physical therapist. That is actually a field that interests me a great deal. Factoring what would be the sort of predicted, like the projection of my path in terms of income, that is something else that also makes me sort of eye biomedical engineering, because that is something that I think I really still would have passion and aptitude for, that I would enjoy, but that also pays better on average. And yeah, dentist would be fine too. That actually is, I'm downplaying it a little bit. I have like a passive interest in it. I'm so unemployed. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be unemployed at university probably. I happen to be studying to that thing for teeth. All right, well, not sure why we went there with that one, but the real reason is that as much as I hold a passion for healthcare in general, you know, I'm a Spanish medical interpreter and whatever, I could never, I don't think, go through medical school, in particular surgical rotations, because I would not want to have somebody's life or, you know, livelihood in my hands. I would not want to be the one making the decisions that will genuinely impact and either ruin or save a person's life. Because even if I were to help/save, you know, 90% of the people I came across, I would just never forget that 10%. It would never leave my head. Not in any way that mattered. And also dentists like make a lot of money, so I don't see what the point is in pretending that that's not a factor. In any case, the good news for me is that I'll be going to a Tier 1 research university in their honors college. Where the fuck is Leo? One place around here that's hiring is Burger Spot. Oh, it's looking like Burger Spot for you, man. I actually do plan to work through university. I plan on just having an on-campus job, whatever they'll offer. For as long as I can manage that, at least. For the summer, I'll be back to the Spanish medical interpretation on a volunteer basis. I only ever volunteered there because I don't have any problem doing a little 9-hour shift. It might get to me if I did it greater than twice to 3 times a week. Something like that. But if I can just go in on Wednesdays and Thursdays from 9 to 4, which is what I always did. In reality, of course, that is the main driving factor for me. That's what has helped me realize my passion for healthcare and has brought me to the conclusion that whatever job I have, it will be in that world. Even though I was only ever just a volunteer doing Spanish medical interpretation, 2 days a week for 9 hours a day. Even though it was a relatively small scale, it was some of the most important feeling and fulfilling things I've ever done. And I'm actually quite excited to be back to it for the summer. Alright, I guess I'm never finding this bitch, Leo. Working on school sounds very difficult. Yeah, I could only make it work for like a fucking month before I came up to my manager and I was like, hey, I do not think this is sustainable. I'm way too busy in school. I can't have my entire weekend taken up every weekend. I offered them if it were a possibility to work just on Saturdays and come in on Saturdays, but apparently my job did have a policy that of like a minimum 2-day work week. So wait, you broke up with Delilah? Oh my gosh. When? I really haven't streamed in forever. She cheated on you. Oh, wow. I was hoping it was like a mutual thing, and I was gonna say no hard feelings if she wants to leave the server, but now I'm thinking she should probably go ahead and leave the server. That. Oh, that was it. She did already? I did not notice. But, good riddance in that case. We do not fuck with cheaters on the Lorem Ipsum 329 channel. God damn it. Fuck. Really horrid timing as well. Well, I struggle to think of a of a good time, but I take it was like a particularly shitty time. Totally, Maru. Week's been great. You know, wine still hasn't fully fermented, but we'll persevere. You know, we'll make it through. Been checking on it each day in the morning, you know, and it's like just waking up to disappointment every day. But it's all just build up, right, to that eventual payoff. Because you know, someday, hopefully in like the coming month, you know, I'll come down there in the morning and I'll see a little silver star, and it'll all be over. You know, can't wait till then. I'll get to complete that lost bundle. Now, of course, you wouldn't know anything about that, Maru. See, what happened was there's these little forest creatures. Yeah, I forget exactly what they're called, but they just leave these little prize boxes around, and you have to like put things in them. So it'll be like I have to put little fruits and little fish, and there's like one for ores, and hey, where are you going? I thought we were talking. Women, they're all the same. You try to be nice to them, and they just spit in your fucking face. Shouldn't even surprise me anymore. Nice guys always finish last. Oh, thanks for me. Alright, now to the important stuff. Ah, God damn it. Yeah, at least you got the... That what? No, damn it. It takes n swings of a scythe to realize that you only needed n minus 1 swings. Alright, how do we get pomegranate jelly? Fine, we need a preserves jar. I also, hopefully I have pomegranates. I hate playing with the controller. I'm not doing this. Right. Trying to send some new to share, but not much positive has changed since last hour-long stream. I really didn't. Yeah, I didn't see this one coming, honestly. I guess you never do with things like that, but that really sucks. No, wait, no, it's peach. That's not the preserved jar, what is? I have one. I know I do. Knew it. Ah, I only have to put one in there. Wonder what'll be new with those raccoons. One thing for me that's changed, I started going to a public gym more consistently. I've been in and out of there pretty much every day. I know it's good to take a rest day, but I found that if I'm not too strenuous, training at the gym can actually sort of help my back pain, at least temporarily. And unfortunately, I am still unable to properly train legs. I just have to do the bike, which is certainly better than nothing. I mean, a lot better than nothing. A bike is like, I mean, it's pretty good exercise, but it nonetheless, you know, it's a little painful not to be able to squat or deadlift or anything like that. Especially because that was always, I mean, it was always a strong suit of mine. It was like a point of pride. But then I herniate that fucking disc in my spine. Which one's Jody again? I straight up don't remember who that is. Where can I find her? Let's look at the gay community gym. Huh. Yeah, I forgot that I had mentioned that for some reason. But yeah, it is a different gym. And I like it better because I see a lot more people in general and a lot more people that I know. There she is. Also, I don't think you have. Oh, okay, well. Obviously deleting that message in that case. Silly. I've sort of taken it upon myself. It's a thing I try to do. Oh, no, you're fine, don't worry. Crab cakes. I try to strike up a conversation, like just a something boring and neutral with like at least one person each time I'm there. And sometimes this goal is easy to complete because I see a friend or just someone I know tangentially, or one of the employees there because I'm on a friendly basis with most of them now. But I've also been trying to push myself to like talk to strangers more in like a friendly context. So like I like spotted somebody on bench the other day. This out of nowhere, I noticed he was like looking around at the benches and just like seemed unsure. So I just asked if she was good, and like I asked if she wanted a spot or needed help or anything, and she said yes. So I stuck around for like 3 sets or so. And we talked for a little bit about like starting to go to the gym in our respective journeys, so that was nice. It was very enjoyable. And I have like a few stories that are like of a similar caliber. I won't bore you with all of them. I know it's not the most interesting thing, but it's a really nice thing to do, and something that I think everyone should. Spent an hour-long scavenging around to find her house. Why is she giving you her location? You guys shouldn't do that. Neither of you. I especially don't like that because her location is my location. And that is like my literal one rule. Like the most important number one thing. Should I not trust her? Well, okay. Specifically her, yes, you can trust by chance. And like specifically me, you could theoretically trust me. But just like think about that. Like I'm telling you that I'm telling you that right now, right? Like that's coming from me. So yes, I am telling the truth, but what I'm trying to communicate to you is that you don't technically know that I'm telling the truth. There's no real way to get that message across without making myself sound suspicious, and I kind of have to just deal with that. But like ultimately, even throughout everything, after everything, I still am a stranger on the internet. And you really can't be too careful with those. You really can't. Yeah, you know what? Why not? Are they gonna let me bench press? Why do I move so slow? It's very kind. I trust her with a lot. Well, I mean, I trust her too. But It's not that she specifically is untrustworthy. I don't want to paint her as untrustworthy because she is. All that I'm trying to get across is nonetheless, like we still all just like only know each other online. Oh. So just be careful. Be careful, Mercy. You'll be fine with her specifically, and I'm sure you know that. It's just a matter of principle. Well, you've spoken to some of my friends when I've had them as guests. All right. A good hour-long bath in game. Alright, I think I'll play a round of Journey of the Prairie King. She's the only person I've spoken to on a daily basis for the past 2 weeks. You gotta up those numbers, man. It's generally bad for it to only be one person. That's what I think. Even if they're a good person, like her, even if they're as good a person as she is. Hi, Bubble Tea. Okay, well now it wouldn't be fair to you if I ended the stream after this one, so I'll do one more day. Damn it! Damn it. I swear it's not on purpose. Now look at this. They're being generous. Well, it's a good thing you stopped being friends with that person, Marcy. Shame to have to deal with that, but at least you stood your ground. Damn it. I guess. How was the meeting, Bubble Tea? I forget what meeting this is in reference to. I'll need to revisit the Discord, but tell us. I'm interested in the meeting anyway. Damn it. Man, I'm really doing horrible this round. The game just gave me an extra life out of pity. That's what that was. No. If you said anything I didn't hear you, my dad was messing with me yet again. It was a family meeting. Well, nothing more than asking what's up. So I suppose that's what's up. Has pre-nursing been the same old, same old? They're being very generous with the items this round. Well, I mean, with everything this round, the fact that I've gotten back to 3 lives is crazy as well. Yeah, I'm actually wrapping up high school quite soon. I think it's less than, or I think just over a month left I have. Extremely bittersweet. I have an entire one of my little rambling videos um, dedicated to the mixed emotions it makes me feel. So check that out if you're curious about my thoughts and feelings on things. God damn. That is so embarrassing that I would let that happen. And that. Oh my god, oh my god. There. But yeah, it definitely feels really weird. Two of among my best friends are going to the same university as me, so I don't think it'll be much of a struggle to stay in touch with those two. I do have what I believe are solid plans down for all of the major end of year or / end of high school events, prom and graduation itself, for one. Was that it? Oh, no, one more. So that's good. But yeah, there is a point in your senior year past which it starts to just feel like you're going through the motions, you know, and you feel a little ridiculous. Despite how bittersweet it is for me and how sentimental of a person I am, which is very, there is still a bit of that feeling of like, man, I can't wait to get out of here. The thing is I am very optimistic about where I'm headed. I've been ranked in the top 3% of students at a university with like over 20,000 people. And I have no problem bragging about that because I'm really proud of it. I think being a bio major will be good for me. And I am pretty over a lot of the shit with high school. But the sadness is still there, you know. I'm still very sentimental about it. And there's a whole lot that I'm really gonna miss a lot, and I know I am. Yeah, thanks, George. Yeah, Stardew Valley Fair, it's great. I think you will be. It'll be good, especially because I'm going to a tier 1 research university, so they have a lot of good opportunities. It's very abundant. I've been doing a lot of research about like the percentages for students that graduate and students that find a job relevant in their field at least 1 year post-graduation, or students that enroll in grad programs. And the school has some really amazing statistics to offer in that regard. So it definitely looks like a place that does a really good job setting people up for success. And like apparently many universities, it has free psychology and therapy resources, so Can't wait to take full advantage of those. I will say, River, you went. You're at an on-site clinic, get shots and exams free. That's lovely. I honestly think that would be a nice place to work. And I've actually considered it a lot, the possibility of like getting an assistantship even once I am through with the bachelor's and on to getting my master's, which I plan on. Because, I don't know, working at a university might honestly suit me. Especially one like the one I'm going to. It has a very diverse student body. It's like pretty infamous for that. A lot of international students too. And I always like being in a place where I can meet a lot of different types of people. Like a pretty solid portion of my friend group, even at my high school, is people of different from different countries. You know, I went through all the trouble of learning a language that's spoken in however many countries it's spoken in, 20-something. So, I'm obviously someone who values connection. Seem like an educated kind of person. Yeah, I get that a lot actually. So, it's something that's very much so in the cards for me. It's something to keep in mind that I may just come back and end up getting a job at the university itself. Because I've only taken one tour thus far, but I'm already pretty confident that I'm going to love it there. And for me, like, I'll admit I'm very prone to FOMO, you know? So it's something I often worry about, to like end up in like some like working a dead end job and just being in some like random nowhere place. So places like that, like, you know, universities where there's like just such a great diversity of people, and there's so many people like from different backgrounds and from all over the world, like existing in that space, it feels like in its own way like more of a world, like a bigger world to be in. Almost like it's a sort of pocket of like the entire Earth, just contained in a small place. Those are the kind of places I like to be. Am I making sense here? That makes sense? My fishing tackle. I sort of forget what that did. But yeah, for those reasons, I do think something like a job at a university would suit me decently. God fucking damn. Man. When am I going to get another tiger trap? Yeah, I do get the educator kind of person thing a lot. If you ask my Spanish teacher, she would tell you I'm her best Spanish tutor that she's had in many years. What's a tiger trap for? Just one of the random quests. I'm just dilly-dallying while we wait for the wine to ferment. Especially because we can't catch sturgeon in this season. So we're also waiting for the next season to come. All right, man. I'm doing 3 more, and then we're done with fishing. Yeah, I try to be very intentional with like the way I teach people. Damn it. I feel like there's a line to draw between being condescending and being genuinely helpful. So like, especially because I teach Spanish to tutor. I tutor for Spanish. So I'm in the highest level of Spanish class offered by the school, and I'm teaching people generally in the lowest. So, huge gap of knowledge there. And the thing is, I guess I've never really, I've always thought this could have at least a little something to do with me being the youngest sibling. I've just never been one to, seek out positions of authority, necessarily. Or, to be above a person and to be the one, calling all the shots, telling people what to do, what have you. But it's in this context, I have, I am afforded a very fair power that I can wield, because I have very extensive knowledge on this subject, and I know all the answers to their questions that they don't. I am in a completely undeniable and earned position of authority, so I think there's just a lot of responsibility, or at least I feel a lot of responsibility, to try to be sort of kind about that. What should I do? Bubble tea suggestions? I remember once I was in my art teacher's class, just hanging out during a free period, and there was a girl that I had tutored just one time, a couple months ago by that point, and I was complimenting her on her little octopus sculpture that she was making for the art class because it was really good, and her friend who was talking to her, the walnut room. Oh wait, I was literally gonna visit Calico Desert too. I just completely forgot. And her friend starts complaining about Spanish, so I just mention offhandedly, I'm like, hey, if you wanna swing by my teacher's class on a Wednesday, I could tutor you. And then the other girl whom I knew already, was immediately like, oh yeah, he's the best tutor ever. He has a gentle parenting style of teaching. It's really sweet. And I was just oh my god, that's just so cute that I left such an impression that she still remembers that and compliments me on it. It's moments like that, you know, that that make me happy about the things I do, make me feel fulfilled. It was the same deal as when I was a Spanish medical interpreter. Like, it meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me just to be part of even one appointment for somebody and like to be able to help them. But since I did it for a whole summer, it was like towards the end of it, there a lot of the people who were like coming back would actually start to recognize me, like the patients, I mean, would start to recognize me, and they would be like, "Eres tú, otra vez?" And I'd be like, "Sí, soy yo." And it was really sweet just to get to be a small part of somebody else's life that they appreciated. Does it show me my completion percentage? I know this game has that at some point. Wait, is that the Walnut Room? Wait, the Walnut Room is on Ginger Island. I'm so silly. I thought it was with Mr. Key. Well, I suppose technically it is, but you know what I mean. Shucks, it's kind of too late now. I'll have to save that for next stream. I've already been going over an hour. I feel like I was being like extra lectury this stream. I apologize for that. It's always nice when patients remember you. One of my patients call me Comet because of my name. That's really cute. I'm glad that you've experienced that too, as a pre-nursing student. I'm sure you get what I mean with that. I don't know. There's something really special about that. I don't think anything quite compares to it. Alright. Actually, wait. Okay, I'll check on the wine, and I'll check on the pomegranates even. Still no. How long is that supposed to take? Does it take a whole season? Oh, apparently this takes a while too. Alrighty. Pomegranate tree? No, we're getting pomegranate jelly for the raccoons. Pips. I already did the pips today. Let me just tell you in advance, I'm not doing the hard difficulty for today. Sorry guys, I'm responding to text. I'll be right there. 14 days for the quality I'm looking for. I totally forget how many days it's been. Alrighty. 3 goes here, 10 goes here. There's no 6s or 4s, so it can only be this 5 and this 5, so that. But then it's either that or this will go upright. Let's see here. And there are 3 nothings, and there's not 3 of any other ones, so. And then there's 2 3s, but no other 2s, so that has to go there, and then there we go on that one. Geez, I don't know if I even got this one done today. I fell asleep in class for the first time in forever. Let's see here. Has to be less than 2. I wasn't planning on getting into the wine business in this case, but yeah, I think as soon as we've gotten the Silver Star wine for the Lost Bundle, I'm good on wine. I'm excited about that because I've managed to avoid spoilers about what actually happens when you do complete the Lost Bundle. Alright, anyways. Less than 2, so that's 1 or 0, and this has to be 7. There's no 6s, nor are there any 4s. It's not like there are any 7s, so it can't be a nothing in here. It would have to be at least a 1. There's a 6 here. So this, for example, would make 7 down there, but no 4s, so I believe it's this. And then less than 3. Less than 3. Could be this as well. Unless, let's see here. If we wanted to try to put a 2 here, and then this could still be the case. That all works. Let's see here. Nope, that's 10. What the fuck am I thinking? Hang on. This still works. Oh? Did I get it? I got it. You know, Bubble Tea, I hear you about the return on investment of the wines, but you're right. I am too impatient. Alright. We did this in class today. So let's see what I remember. It's elements of a pizza. That's a cab Callaway and a taxi cab and I don't know why red wine, but the rest of those, I don't know when cab refers to red wine. Not big in on the wine stuff, you know. I'm not present in the wine world. These have blades. This is features of an octopus, which my friend figured out completely organically, which was crazy to me. All right, let's see here. Okay. Okay. You just always got to make sure you incorporate unique letters each time, as many as you can. That's the issue with people. They don't avoid repeats as much as they should. And I'm not going to go past the easy Sudoku because I'm such a slow Sudoku-er. I tried to get into the crosswords. I tried to get into doing the Washington Post crossword, but I'm just too stupid. It's a shame, I know, but it's true. I don't have enough general knowledge, especially not the amount of knowledge that the writers for the Washington Post crossword expect me to have, because apparently I just have to know every actor in every show ever and just be able to list both them and the character they played and on what show off the top of my head. And it's like, no, I don't know the last name of Robert whomever the fuck that was on The Sopranos. I haven't seen that show, even. So I'm not going to be able to finish a crossword. So, it didn't work for me. There was a point past which I was taken out of it. Anyways, that's it, guys. I'm tired. I'm very tired. And I want to go to bed. But it was good to be back. I know it's been forever since I've had the time for one of these. I can't even make any promises for the weekend. Got my calculus and Spanish cut out for me, but any hoozle.